Okay guys, we're going to catch y'all up on the 69 long bed 4x4 truck that we're building. I think last time we were looking at where we were at with the cab and the doors over there. We got the bed for the truck from the customer, and it's probably not going to be realistic to use it. It had some big square holes cut out right here. The bottoms of the bed sides had been like crashed in, and they went and dent pulled it all and just left all the holes there and filled them up with body filler. They were rusted out underneath all the paint. It was just basically, it was bad work from a previous body shop, or maybe somebody did it themselves at home, I'm not sure, but it was just bad work, and we were going to strip all that off and start over. The inside, this was all full of some kind of speckled liner that we were going to have to strip off. The wheel tubs were just beat to hell on it. There were just all kinds of things like that that I didn't figure it was really worth trying to even strip it down and start over. Looking at, probably $4,000 to strip all that stuff down before we even start repairing stuff. So when I looked up the pricing to build a new bed from AMD, I think it was just under $3,000 for everything, including the tailgate. So we just opted to buy all of that stuff, and they had it all in stock, so that was nice. However, one of the things that shops like mine are battling are the internet peoples that like to pull this out of the box, bolt it together, and be like, oh look, it's perfect. Guys, they are not perfect. These require a ton of work when you get them. And so we're just pulled this stuff right out of the box, and we're going to go over some of the things that you experience when putting together a bed from Taiwan, which the good thing is there's no rust, there's no dents, there's not anything like that you got to fix. There's no bad body work already started, but there's a lot of metal work you still got to do. And we just want to kind of touch on it in our video so that customers' expectations are realistic. Because if I didn't know any better, I would think that you could just buy all these panels, bolt it together in the afternoon, have a case of beer with one of your buddies, and it's done. And at the level that we're building stuff, it doesn't work out that way. So we did put it together. We kind of mocked it up. See that gap right there under the bedside? It's got that on both sides. Right here, you can almost stick your finger underneath that. It's all bolted up like they wanted us to do, but we're going to have to obviously modify all of that and get this to drop down and get the right gap here for the wood floor that'll be put in it later. So we're going to have to do some shifting there. I know we did already have to slot some of these holes a little bit to even get it to bolt up, because we couldn't even bolt the bedsides on to even mock it up and see how it's going to look. The actual bedsides are bowed out, curved this way. I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not, but they are both curved that way. And then also this top flange, or this top of the bed rail, it's rough. I mean, it's the way it's shaped. It just dives off in random areas. This lip is not quite bent 90. It's just kind of kicked out like that, and then about halfway down it actually goes 90, and then it kind of kicks back out. So that stuff's just not going to look real good when you put a nice paint job on it. Another thing that I've noticed is they look a little different in this taillight area right here. Like this one, this side actually looks correct, and then this one looks like this is like sucked in right here, and it's actually got a wrinkle there. So I don't know, you can see that in the video. This is actually sucked in, so we might have to cut this loose and pull that back out and re-weld all of that, because it's got this whole taillight, I guess taillight housing or panel kind of twisted off in there. And then
top corner on the snake pocket's dropping out, dropping down to the left.
Right here it slopes this way, it slopes like this, so this actually drops down at this angle. It's not up flat, and when you look down through there, it gets flat, and then it just kind of falls off like that. So you don't want to just build this up with body filler. So we're gonna have to go do some metal work there. Then the sheet metal is really wavy down through there. I don't know how well you can see it in the camera, but by eye, you can see it big time. It's just really wavy. With this long bed, we're going to be doing a lot of blocking on that to get that stuff right. So anyways, there's pros and cons to it. We still got to get the tailgate on, and we're going to have several issues with that, I'm sure. I'm noticing that the bed sides need to drop down right here. It's got a little gap under it, so I know we're going to have to take the bed sides off and on a couple times, probably slot those holes, get that to come back down. We're going to have to probably square the bed side up to where it fits against the tailgate. You seeing something there? Has it got a sag or anything in it?
Not even close to being flat all the way across the top. We're touching
Yeah,
here.
I got you. So the whole bed side kind of dives down. Yeah, so
Let's do the same thing up here. We got about a 3/16 gap. We're touching here. About an 1/8 inch gap there.
So anyways, guys, I'm not talking trash on the stuff. It gives you a good start. I just kind of tired of seeing people post stuff on the internet and act like this shit just comes together in an afternoon. It just doesn't. If you're doing anything at a high level and you're trying to do nice work, there's a lot of metal work involved in doing one of these.
I'd like to go over some issues that we have found with this brand new tailgate that we're installing. You want to take a look over here. So this tailgate and this bedside are made by the same company, both aftermarket. As you see, when you come over here and look at the side, we have almost a 1/4 inch difference in how the body line in the tailgate is shaped. Now we come over here, take a look at the top, and see how much of a gap there is between the bedside and the top of the tailgate. So this side actually fits pretty decent. We can go ahead and work with that. That's some minimal work to take care of that. Another issue is the tailgate latch. This came from the same company, and as you raise it up, you can see how it's crooked. So something is going to have to change here. We're gonna have to alter this body line. We'll have to do something. Not quite sure what the game plan is just yet, just because it's gonna be a lot of cutting and welding to go the full width of the tailgate in order to get this curvature to actually fit the backside of the bed sides correctly. And by altering this body line, it's also going to affect how our handle will look and appear inside there. So we get a lot of questions on how much does it cost? Well, unfortunately, we can't give you an exact price on how much it may cost to build you a whole new bed or how to put brand new doors, fenders, or anything like that on your body. Why is that? It's because every single part that we get, doesn't matter what manufacturer it is that makes it, there is a difference in every single panel. So we never know what we're getting until we actually open up the box. We actually went through 2 different tailgates, 2 different brands, to get them to fit correctly, and both tailgates, both brands, had this weird body line right here that just doesn't match up to the bedside. And this is the same brand tailgate as the bedside. So when we get apart, they're all gonna fit different. So it's all based on how much time are we gonna have in making that part fit correctly. And we just don't know that until we actually get into it and start doing it. But the good thing about going with aftermarket is you're getting all brand new metal. There's not gonna be a whole bunch of patchwork done where there could still be potential rust or damage that requires a lot of body filler. So at least starting with a brand new panel, yeah, brand new metal, and then from there we can work everything and make it fit correctly. Stay tuned and we'll go over the front end and show you some fitment issues we've had with it and how we're going to address those to make this 69 look brand new again.